Good morning, dear students. Today we will discuss the remaining part of the organizing. Dear students, yesterday we had been discussed organizing, importance of organizing, structure of organizing, divisional, functional, organizing process. Dear students, today we will discuss the difference between the functional and divisional organizational structure. You know that yesterday we had been discussed functional organizational structure is always developed on the behalf of the functions, and the divisional organizational structure is always developed on the behalf of the product. When the firm produce multi-product, then the firm prefer divisional organizational structure. And firm produce only one types of product, then firm prefer functional organizational structure. Dear students, today we are discuss the difference between functional and divisional organizational structure. So the old difference we will discuss with the help of basis. So the first difference between for divisional or functional organizational structure on the basis of formation. Functional organizational structure is always developed on the base of the function, and the divisional organizational structure always developed on the product line. Next one is specialization. Functional organizational structure is always shows the functional specialization, and the divisional organizational structure is always shows the product specialization. Cost. Functional organizational structure is economical, but the divisional organizational structure so costly. Coordination. On the basis of coordination, the formal functional organizational structure, the difficult formulation, product company, and divisional organizational structure is easily coordinate. Clear? Functional organizational structure do not easily develop the coordination between different departments, different functions, but the divisional organizational structure is easily coordinate with the different division. Next one, responsibility. In functional organizational structure, it is very difficult to fix the responsibility. But in divisional organizational structure, it is very easy to fix the responsibility. Managerial development. In functional organizational structure, it is very typical to develop the managerial talent. But in divisional organizational structure, it is very easy to develop the managerial talent. That's your difference between functional and divisional organizational structure. Clear, beta? See, once again, we have discussed the difference between functional and divisional organizational structure on the different bases. The first base is formation. The functional organizational structure is always developed on the function, and the divisional organizational structure is always developed on the product line basis. Next one is specialization. The functional organizational structure is always specialized function, and divisional organizational structure always specialized on product. Cost. The functional organizational structure is economical and divisional organizational structure is so costly. coordination in functional organizational structure is very difficult to the coordinate between different departments, but the divisional organizational structure is very easy to coordinate in different divisions. Responsibility in functional organizational structure. Responsibility in functional organizational structure is very difficult to fix the responsibility, but in divisional organizational structure, we easily fix the responsibilities. Managerial development in functional organizational structure, it is very difficult to development of managerial talent, but in divisional organizational structure is developed the managerial talent. Clear beta? That's your difference between functional or divisional organizational structure. The next one is we are discuss formal or informal organization. First of all, we are discuss what is formal organization. So dear students, the formal organization is always designed by the management to accomplish its object. Formal organizational structure is always developed by the organization for the achievement of target of the organization. Clear beta? It is a systematically coordinate all the activities and follow the scalar chain and rule and regulations for the achievement of organizational target. Clear? Formal organizational structure, it's a formulate developed by the organization according to rule and regulation, and it is always follow the line of authorities, and every work is performed in the organization in a systematic way according to rule and regulation. All the work is done according to plan for the achievement of object according to rule and regulation. Clear? Now we discuss the advantage or disadvantage of formal organizational structure. So first of all, we discuss the advantage of formal organizational structure. The first one is systematic work. In formal organizational structures developed by the management in a systematic way according to rule and regulations, the whole work performed in an organization in a systematic way. Achievement of organizational object. In an informal organizational structure, the whole task, all job performed according to plan. And when everyone is performed in the organization according to plan, then definitely the organization easily achieve the object. Next one is no overlapping of work. In formal organizational structure, systematic perform every activities in an organization, so everyone is performed according to plan. They assign the duties according to plan, so no overlapping and no wasteful activities created in the organization. Clear beta? Now we discuss the disadvantage of formal organization. First one, delayed action, because the red tape is applied in the organization. Everyone is performed in a systematic way and follow the line of authority, so they don't able to take the fast decision and the delay of work is possible. Ignore social need of the employees. That's your another demerits of the formal organization. In formal organizational structure, the employees always give the priorities only work. They always do not get the psychological satisfaction and social satisfaction. Emphasis on work only. That's your another disadvantage of formal organization. The all employees is always concentrate on work. They perform according to plan in an organization regularly. Clear? Now we discuss informal organization. In formal organization, it is always developed self according to friendly groups, etc. It's do not follow the rule and regulation, and they don't follow the chain of authority. That is called informal organizational structure. It is fulfill the psychological or social need of the employees. Advantage of informal organization. The first advantage is faster speed of information. When the organization follow the informal organizational structure, so the all information is passing throughout speedily because they don't follow the scalar chain. Any employees anytime can be discussed or communicated with each other, and they can solve the problem or share the different views from each other. Fulfill the social need. The informal organizational structure fulfill the social need of the employees because it is developed on the family self. Fulfillment of organizational object. When each people is psychological satisfied and social need is also fulfilled, the employees, all employees feel motivated and they contribute a maximum in a production process and easily solve out all the problem with each other, so the organization will achieve the target. Disadvantage of informal organization. So we have some disadvantages of informal organization. The first one is speed limit. The lot of people communicate with each other, then at the moment maybe create some distance between the communication with each other people. So the communication is possible so fast, but it is not true. Maybe some the rambling or some other facts is include of the communication and the result is negative. No systematic work in informal organizational structure because they don't follow the rule and regulation and they don't follow the line of authority. May bring negative results. That's your another disadvantage of informal organizational structure. Dear students, when the employees in an organization perform freely, they don't follow the rule and regulation, they don't follow the scalar chain, so maybe the employees they don't concentrate on your work and the target do not complete on time. So the result may be negative is possible of informal organizational structure. Clear? Now we discuss the difference between formal or informal organization structure. So, dear students, we also discuss the difference between formal and informal organizational structure on the different basis. The first one is flow of authority. So, formal organizational structure, the flow of authority from top to bottom. Informal organizational structure, the flow of authority in all direction. Clear? Nature, formal is rigid nature and informal is flexible. Next, flow of communication. Formal structure follow the scalar chain and informal do not follow the scalar chain. Leadership. In formal organization, manager is the leader, but in formal organization structure, manager may or may not be leader. Behavior. The formal organizational structure shows the all employees behave directed by rule and regulation, but in formal organizational structure, the behavior of the employees do not regulate by rule and regulation. Origin. The formal organization arise by rule and policy. Informal organization structure arise with social interaction. Authority. Formal organization structure arise by virtue of positions in management, and the informal organizational arise out of personal qualities. So that's your difference between formal or informal organization structure. Now we discuss delegation of authority. What is delegation of authority, guys? We know that the manager effectively do not perform the whole activity in an organization. So the less important work they pass to subordinate day to day, and less important work pass to subordinate and pass some authorities, and the more important work perform self. So passing of authority and responsibility by superior to subordinate, we can say that is the meaning of delegation of authority. Clear? What is delegation of authority? Transfer of authority and responsibility by superior to subordinate is called delegation of authority, or sharing of rights and responsibility by superior to subordinate is called a delegation of authority. Clear? Now we have discussed the element of delegation of authority. So dear students, we have a three element of delegation of authority. The first one is responsibility, next one is authority, and next one is accountability. So dear students, first of all we have discussed responsibility. Responsibility means obligation to fulfill the task. Even at the top level management, they also pass some authorities to complete the all responsibilities. Authority means to take the power of decision. When the superior delegates some responsibility to a subordinate, then they also give some authorities to fulfill the responsibility. Next one, accountability. Accountability means answerable non-complex task in an organization, because the manager, the superior is always give the some responsibility and authorities to fulfill the all responsibilities, but the subordinate, they don't able to fulfill the responsibility on time, then they are answerable. That is called accountability. Clear? Authority and responsibility can be delegated, but accountability cannot be delegated. Clear, beta? So today we have discussed some questions. The first one, explain the difference between functional and divisional organizational structure. Next one, briefly explain formal organizational structure. It's merit and demerit, advantage or disadvantage. What is informal organizational structure? Briefly explain its advantage or disadvantage. Briefly explain the difference between formal or informal organizational structure. What is delegation? Briefly explain the element of delegation. Clear? You prepare all the questions on your fair copy. If you have any doubt, any topic, then you can contact me. Thank you very much.